What's going on, guys? Well, we have another BattlBox unboxing here. You can see this is the smallest one yet in comparison to my hand there. This is the BattlBox for January 2016. So it's the first one of the year. Knife I'm going to use to open this up is that Sebenza knockoff I told you guys about, the slip joint version. Pretty interesting, but you'll see a review on that in the future. So I just got this in the mail today. Breaking into it, we're going to see what we got. So here's that knife. Interesting. Alright. Ooh, I see knife of the month is $1. We'll take our cheat sheet, put that off to the side. I hate knowing what's in here. I like the surprise. It's half the fun. Put all of our packaging off to the side. Let's see what we got. Oh, very cool. Actually, you know what? Let's take a peek and see what the... Alright, because I got to know the theme. That's fun. This is the Hunt to Survive theme. Very interesting. January 2016, Mission 11. Alright, so first thing we have here is a beanie with the BattlBox logo on there, which is very cool. I like that. Next we have, ooh, you guys know this, the Pocket Shot, which is very awesome. Now I already have a Pocket Shot, so this will be a gift for someone. Or maybe I'll throw this, you know what, I think I'll throw this into the giveaway I'm going to do for all of the viewers who are outside the US, because this is something I'm sure you can have most places anyway. So very cool. We have a Sharp X. Now I've never seen this particular brand. Oh, well, Outdoor Edge I'm familiar with, but I've never seen this particular sharpener, but I do know the style very well. And that coarse carbide, that makes me cringe. They have their purpose. You know, I don't use them, but they do serve a purpose. If you want a quick edge on a knife, if your knife is like completely jacked up and it's a fairly inexpensive knife, you can get away with getting a quick edge on this, but I definitely don't recommend these type of sharpeners for your more expensive blades. But nonetheless, a knife sharpener. And what's going on here? We have a Mousetrap connected to, what the hell is this, a bear trap? Oh, it would have to be a miniature bear, I suppose. This is definitely an old school trap. And I don't know how to use it, so I'm not going to play with it. But that is definitely a large trap as well as a small trap. Okay, obviously part of the hunting theme. Mousetrap is actually very effective for all kinds of small rodents, and this thing, I will use this medieval trap and figure it out without, you know, busting one of my fingers, you know, breaking any bones, but check that out. It's actually pretty cool. I don't have one of these. It's a good thing just to have, just in case, you know, in case you know what hits the fan. It's a good thing to have. I'll put the knife off to the side. I like looking at that last. What do we have here? Plain old box. What's in the box? We have some blades. This makes me think this is that. I think. Oh, it is. How about that? Outdoor Edge. Okay, this is the Razor Light EDC. I've actually had people request me to do versions of this knife. This is basically the razor blade or scalpel knife. There's a couple variations on this. Actually pretty interesting. A very nice surprise because I did want to try this and I never got around to getting one. So now I have one to eventually do a review on. Pretty neat. I like it. Cool. So you guys will definitely see a video on that in the future. I like that. That was a nice little mystery box. What's up here? We got some Camo Form. This is actually really good stuff. I've used this in the past. I don't currently have any, so I will use this again. But awesome stuff for wrapping, especially some of your fixed blades. If you have fixed blades that aren't, you know, they don't have very specific finger grooves or like a lot of contouring on the handles. If you have kind of a generic symmetrical handle anyway, you could do wraps on them and it really does give you a lot of extra grip, so it's a good thing to have for all kinds of tools too. I've used this on hatchets specifically. That's my only real experience with the Camo Form. See, we got some, probably, oh, some face paint. I thought these are matches. Camouflage face paint. Face paint. I can't talk. Camouflage face paints. There we go. Light green and loam color. Interesting. Light green on one side. I guess the loam on the other. I like it. Never had any face paint. That would certainly come in handy if you were doing some hunting. Get all that dust out of there. Alright, so we have another Outdoor Edge product. This is a Harpoon. I've never seen this before. Converts from survival knife to spear. Oh, okay. So there's your little demo on what that looks like. Interesting. I'll definitely have to give this a shot in the future. So probably do a separate video just on this. And a book. I actually love the books. The Pocket Hunting and Fishing Guide by J. Castle. I do not have this book. Never read this book before. Looks like an interesting read. Of course, I love anything that's survival related, and hunting is part of that. Pretty cool. Some basic information looks like, some identification stuff, knots. Interesting. I like it. And finally, let's take a peek at the knife of the month. I'll break it out here. We have the Buck model, one that I'm not familiar with. Huh. Interesting. $5.39 in S30V. Well, I am a huge fan of S30V. I'm not so sure about this metal insert. I mean, it's kind of different. It's cool that it's different, but it's already cold. This package was out in the cold, so I can feel that retaining on there. Not a huge issue, but definitely something to consider. But that S30V is kind of making up for that. I don't know. And just like a lot of knives, this might be something that grows on me. Right out of the box, I mean, it feels comfortable. I like it. I don't know, that metal plate, the part that I know is going to get nice and cold in my hand when I'm using it, that's a little concerning, but not a huge deal. I like the design though overall. Cool, interesting. Never saw this one before, so definitely do some testing on that, eventually a review. Not sure I'm a fan of the sheath either though. This is kind of like Buck trying to do some new stuff. Buck does a couple things really, really well, like the 110. You know what I mean? And that will always be a classic. All the variants too, the 112 as well. It's just one of those things. I mean, sometimes companies have to do stuff that's new and different. This is definitely new and different. But the fact that it's in a really good steel saves it for me. You know, so I am interested in it. I know it's going to work at least. So yeah, there you go. Actually, really interesting. I definitely have to figure this thing out. This foot trap. I like it. Pretty cool little box. I was really wondering what was going to be inside because it was so small. I'm going to give you the breakdown here. I'm very, very interested in trying this as well. So we got 2 blades, actually 3 blades in this package. All right, so a hunting box. So here's the breakdown. Okay, so if you want to check that out and see what the full prices are, as well as the different package levels, what you would have gotten. And by the way, people ask me, you know, when I first started doing these, if I'm paying for this. I am not paying for the BattlBox. This is something that was being sent to me so I could try it out. And as you guys saw in my last video, I did a video showing starting a fire with a little charcoal bag. That's because it came from the BattlBox, something I normally wouldn't buy. But it's interesting to try this kind of stuff out. But I did want to get that out there in case anyone was wondering. This was sent to me for a review. So it's still interesting though. Yeah, there's the breakdown. I like it. My favorite thing is books. I love books. We live in a digital age, and if your computer shuts off tomorrow and there's no internet, it's nice to have actual references to things, especially important things like hunting and surviving and stuff like that. So the book is actually one of the most exciting things that's in here because it's a book that I have not read yet before on a subject that I'm interested in. Of course, the blades. This is very exciting to try. A lot of little bonuses here. That's actually pretty cool. Very cool. The Harpoon, I don't know yet. We'll see. I know Tex Grebner would probably have a lot more fun with that. He is definitely way more into spears than I am, and he definitely knows a thing or two about them. So maybe he can give me some pointers before I do a video on that. But yeah, the Buck knife is interesting. I'll definitely check that out, and I'll use all this stuff. Certain things like the face paint I'm not going to use, but it's definitely good to keep, you know, in a kit just in case, never know. So yeah, there you go. There's my my quick unboxing of the BattlBox for January 2016. And again, I keep mentioning it, stay tuned. I will eventually do that giveaway for all you guys outside of the US. And I'm just trying to compile some cool stuff that I know I can basically ship anywhere. And this will definitely go into that pile of goodies, the pocket shot. Pretty interesting. All right, I'm back. I shut the camera off too soon. There's one more thing in there that I did not show. It was underneath on the bottom. This is a ReadyMan. It says if you like this, you'll like hanging out with the Special Forces operators at ReadyMan. ReadyMan tools. So what this is, it's actually pretty interesting. I like this a lot. This is basically a little sheet metal where you can punch out tools. In this case, this is a fishing kit. How interesting is this? Instead of carrying, you know, actual like tri hooks or whatever, the whole thing obviously will be stored flat. I'll keep it in the sleeve, and this can even sit in your wallet. Although, you know, I don't think you need a fishing kit in your wallet, but you can certainly slip this into one of the pockets in your bag. You got like a saw on the side here, and all kinds of hooks and weights. You can use these as weights. Pretty cool. Guess you can use this as a improvised like frog gig or something. But I like it. And if you look on the back here, they have a couple different sets. I really like the lock picking set. That's pretty cool. Looks like maybe a one-time lock pick set. Maybe some other ones here as well. I like it. Interesting. So yeah, there you go. I didn't want to leave that out. So that concludes this unboxing. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you soon. Take care.